Good morning, everybody. This is Terry with Gateway to Counseling, and welcome to the Ask Terry Show. We come to you live here Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 8:15 thereabout to 8:30, and then we rebroadcast in our group. So we come live actually on our page. So, good question today. How does spirituality help you to overcome mental illness? Okay, so first of all, mental illness is like this huge category, right? We have everything from people suffering from grief, people who are really severely depressed, people who have schizophrenia, and everything in between, right? We have kids with ADHD or conduct disorders. We have adults who are suffering with maybe PTSD, or maybe they're just grieving the loss of a loved one. Let me first of all say that here at Gateway to Counseling, we like to deal with the everyday stress, right? We want to help you to not get to that severe category of major depression. We understand that some of you might be suffering from bipolar disorder. We strongly believe in medication, right, for bipolar disorder because it helps to stabilize you, right? But we also know that you need counseling services. I will be honest and tell you that most of the people who come to us are dealing with a situation that has occurred more recently. We have some of our individuals who are, they're chemical imbalance. They have a chemical imbalance because maybe they're pregnant, and so they can't take medications and things like that. So they come to us to help with the mental state, right? We have people who come to us who have just lost a loved one. That is probably our number one type of client. Those who are experiencing grief, either loss of a loved one, separation, divorce, marital issues is a big one for us. So we're dealing with lots of things here at Gateway to Counseling. So how does spirituality relate to overcoming these issues? Well, number one, you got to have belief, right? I don't care who you worship. It's not about who you worship. It's about having this spirituality about you. Well, I guess it does matter who you worship, right? We don't want you out there practicing a religion that believes in killing people, right? So, I work with some adolescents, not any of my adults, but some of my adolescents that actually worship Satan. And that's really fun for me. I really love working with those kids because they don't even understand what they're doing or what they're saying. They're just trying to be rebellious, right? And then when I have one client who actually worshipped Satan, and she felt like he was her friend, right? And he was protecting her. But then he was tormenting her in the middle of the night, and she would wake up with scratches and things like that on her. So that was really an interesting case, but that's a whole nother story, right? So spirituality is about belief. Well, guys, how can you get better if you don't believe you can get better? And hey, I'm here to tell you, I've worked with individuals, and I have multiple therapists who have worked with individuals who come to you and say that they want to get better, but they really don't believe they can get better. They want to overcome their addiction to alcohol. I'm getting congested this morning. Addiction to alcohol, addiction to drugs, addiction to prescription medications, addiction to sex, right? And they say that they want to overcome it, but they don't believe that they can. And, a therapist can only take you so far, guys. If you don't have a belief that you can do something, then it can't be done. I don't care how much the therapist tries to help you and gives you strategies. So to me, spirituality is about believing that it can be done. Believing that you can get to that goal that you have set for yourself mentally, emotionally. So I guess the best way to help you understand this is through an example. So if we have a marriage couple who comes to us and we're providing marriage counseling, but the husband really doesn't believe in therapy and really doesn't think that therapy can help, and pretty much has thrown in a towel with his marriage anyway. Maybe he had an affair, or maybe she had an affair, which is even worse for the guy, right? So let's say she had an affair and he's just like mentally gone. He's checked out. He doesn't believe that he can overcome her infidelity, because in his mind he was the man, he was the it, right? And he truly wants to believe that no one else can satisfy his wife the way he can. So when she has gone out and had some type of affair, it is devastating for him. And so he might walk into that therapy session because he want to show face that he's trying, but in his mind, in his heart, he's checked out and he's gone, and he's decided that this is not going to work. He doesn't believe that therapy can help. Now, that therapist might be extremely good and might be able to tap into that disbelief with something to help him to turn and help him to truly believe now. It might be that he's just protecting his heart and he's guarded his heart, and hopefully the therapist can break through that barrier, right? But I think at some point you have to believe in the process. You have to believe in spirituality. Spirituality is all about faith. It's all about a higher power. It's about someone outside of yourself having the ability to help you get to what you want and where you want to be, right? So maybe spirituality is you believing that God is with that therapist, and that therapist is now going to teach you about forgiveness, right? And the therapy part comes in because we're here to give you strategies, right? We're here to teach you how to forgive. We're here to teach you how, that wife, why did you cheat? Were you feeling neglected? Were you feeling bored? What was going on? Did you feel like your needs weren't being met sufficiently by your spouse? Do you have something going on in your past that is causing you to bring it from the past into the present, and it's affecting your relationship with your husband, and it caused you to go out there and have an affair? We know, for example, that, and I'm talking a lot about affairs. I don't know why that's sticking on my mind. I guess because, we see that a lot here, right? You guys know that I have a book called The Cheating Game. It's on Amazon. The Cheating Game by Terry Azus. So, I've been going to these different men conferences, and I've been having people talk to me. And yeah, the cheating stuff is, matter of fact, I just had a referral yesterday from a couple. From someone who is referring a couple to us because they're going through, infidelity and cheating and adultery and things like that. But it's not just about that. Let's say you're suffering from depression, okay? And your depression is because you feel that no one has given you the love that you feel you deserve. I was working with someone about this just the other day. And guys, I'm a solution-based therapist. What that means is I want to see you get solutions. I don't want to spend 6 months rehashing your past. Yes, I have to understand your past. I have to understand what you have gone through. But we here at Gateway to Counseling want to give some solutions to your problems, and we want to help you. I was talking with one of my therapists yesterday, and she's working with a particular lady, and that person decided to move. They decided that they needed so much of a change in their life that they were willing to take a major, massive action step. Now, if that is not solution-based, I don't know what is. And of course, she's going to continue in therapy to work through a lot of other things. But there was a lot going on that she knew she had to move. You know, I've had conversations with individuals before, and I say, how can you change for the better when you continue to hold on to your past and the environment that you're in, right? If I'm hooked on drugs and I'm living in a drug-infested community, how am I going to get better? It's going to take extreme willpower. And guess what? We usually fail with willpower. And there goes spirituality once again, doesn't it? Because we have to believe that a power greater than ourselves was able to rescue us, right? Was able to heal us. And you can't get over addictions without spirituality. You can't get over the addiction of being depressed. Believe me, yes, there are people who are addicted to being depressed. They like the attention that they receive. They feel more loved because they're crying all the time and they're depressed. And what they don't know is that they're actually putting up a barrier between themselves and the people who really, really do love them, right? But they've gotten addicted to this sadness within them. They've gotten addicted to the chemical imbalance. It's like these chemicals are being released inside of you, and you've gotten addicted to those chemicals that are naturally produced, right? Anyone out there do yoga? I do yoga. So I can do a really intense workout, heated yoga, right? And when I'm done, man, I'm like on this huge high. And my brain is just working like crazy. And I'm so happy and joyful. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And so, you know, you can become addicted to these natural endorphins that are being created inside of you, right? I think heavens is a good natural high. But we have people who are addicted to the lows as well. And that's not very healthy. Nothing in an extreme is healthy. So therapy, guys, is there to help teach you strategies to overcome the addiction, right? Teaching you strategies to relate better with others. Teaching you strategies of, you know, how to forgive. How to not be angry all the time. How not to explode once a month to the point that you're violent towards others. Yes, we work with those clients as well. So to me, you have to have some type of spiritual foundation. Like I said, whether you believe in God, Jehovah, Buddha, whoever you might believe in, you have to have that spiritual belief, and then you have to allow that therapist to show you the techniques that you need to overcome whatever issues might be going on in your life. So I hope that helps out quite a bit. We are a gateway to counseling. I want to give a huge shout out today to the Pelton Children's Home. We just got a signed contract with them on yesterday afternoon. I'm so excited that we're going to get to work with their adoptive parents and work with their agency in many other capacities. Thank you guys for trusting us, for believing in us. All right, I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.